guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you're here. First thing out, I just want to thank all the channel members. Thank you all. I appreciate you more than you know. And thank any of you who come through to watch my knife and EDC content. It means a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. If you're so inclined, if you have the time, if you hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon, it'll update you when I release new content, and it'll really help me out. So today we have a really cool little EDC fixed blade that I unboxed about a week ago. This little Bark River Micro Canadian came in this sheath, and really I kind of want to start by talking about this little sheath. I've actually got some hardware coming. I've dropped it in my pocket a couple of times. I've got some hardware to try to get one of my little ulti clips on it. But I have been wearing this on my belt for the last 6-7 days. It doesn't come off my belt. It is such a small package that wearing it vertically, which I never ever do, never have, but wearing this little knife vertically has actually been fine. It's actually been really good. So much so that I forget that it's there. Because I wear it, I started out wearing it right about, if you look forward, right around 3 o'clock on my right hip. And then I moved it back to probably about 4 o'clock. And I really like it. 4 o'clock, 12 up here. So kind of to my back hip, right over my right back rear pocket. But this little Micro Canadian has proven to me in the time that I've used it, again, for EDC type tasks, the things that I do, opening packages, cutting through duct tape, cutting paper, cutting some cardboard, actually scoring some paper, did some of that with this little knife. Have not stropped it, have not done anything to the blade. And again, it's the Micro Canadian in 3V. One thing, well, several things, but one thing that's really cool about this knife, or very noticeable, and you can feel it right here, you guys can probably see the angle, is it has a very acute angle up here. I don't know if you can see those little marks. I haven't cleaned it off, but this is a ferro rod absolute striker. You can grab this thing and run it across a ferro rod, and it throws sparks almost every time. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to see if I can get my rod out here, my small rod. This is a little small ferro rod, a little Exotac. Did y'all see that? I don't know if the screen picked it up, but I don't want to burn down the house. But anyway, that is something that I didn't necessarily expect from this little EDC knife. And no, I haven't had to start a fire with it yet. But to carry it every day like I do, have it on my hip to where I don't even know it's there, and have it also be able to perform that function, I thought was really, really cool. It is a small knife, but the way that it's designed for maximum handle, right? You've got, this is a very small knife. We'll do some size comparisons. We'll get the tape measure out in a second. But if you can just tell that it's designed around the grip. So I have a medium to large size hand. I can get a 4-finger grip on that knife. And yeah, there's not a lot of blade left, but I don't need a lot of blade to either strike a ferro rod, open packages that come, cut through cardboard, cut out shapes, whatever you need to do. This little guy is a thick little blade, but it's an absolute laser beam. It's a therapeutic cutter. And guys, it's thick. We'll take some measurements. It's not thick behind that edge because it's a tall flat grind. That was me hitting the choil. But this little guy, I mean, even in a Slurpee Saver grip, is, I think, in my personal opinion, just a mad win. I think this little knife, you know, and I'll break the chickadee out here in a second, but that was kind of the knife that I measured everything by in terms of my functional EDC shape, design. I think it's brilliant. I think Jacob makes some fantastic stuff. This little Bark River Micro Canadian is a preferred knife in my arsenal right now. The one I picked up, and guys, there's still a bunch of these in stock. I have absolutely no affiliation with DLT Trading, but that's where these live, or that's where I got this one. I'll leave a link to it because this one will be sold out because I think they only have like one of each, but they're probably over 20 on there. Some that have handle materials as exotic as mammoth bone that are like $500 for this little knife, to some with micarta, you know, in the mid 150, 160. They're all 3V. It's just the handle and the scale materials, because some of these, I did the micarta with the G10 liner, which was about $10 or $15 more than if I just done black micarta. I just kind of wanted that flash of color, right? So if you look at these little knives, just search Bark River Micro Canadian, and then just look at all the ones that pop up, because they're all going to vary in pricing, but they're all going to be 3V, full tang, the same slicey little package. They're just going to have varying scale handle materials to make them more or less expensive. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons of a couple of I'll get some smaller knives here, like our Baby Banter and our Benchmade Mini Bug Out. Now keep in mind, guys, this is my EDC fixed blade carry. So this is a supplement to my main carry, and I always, being a weirdo that I am, for example, I have a slip joint in my pocket today, which is this guy, Jack Wolf Feel Good Jack. And in my right pocket, I have my Artform Theory. I also have a flashlight in my left pocket, my little Focusworks F2, and then I've had this on my belt. So it's the knife that when I go to open a bag of peanuts, when I get a package in, if I don't use my unboxing knife, because I get a lot of packages that aren't knife related, it's just the one I reach for because it is so easy to grab out of the sheath and you're in business. So let's look at it against a couple of fixed blades, like the a small knife to a lot of you guys. I know I traded with Shane for this knife because it was too small for him. But I want you to look at the grip. So yes, it's much smaller than the Guardian 3. Let's look at it next to our little LT Wright Mini Plainsman. So it's smaller than the LT Wright, but it's actually got a bigger grip than that one. Let's look at it next to my Griffin Company Scout 2.5 and a new edition that we haven't reviewed yet, the Scout Medic. Now the Scout Medic, as you can tell, does have a smaller handle. The F2.5's got a little bit bigger, but it's a much bigger knife. I love both of these knives, by the way. They're just awesome. And now finally, let's look at it next to the Street Scalpel I reviewed last week, the Baltic Blades Angus Gen 2. Fantastic knife, fantastic EDC knife. And the Jacob Creates Chickadee in Magna Cut with the Kyle Coonley Klingenworks edge on it, shining. So you'll see that it's exactly the same size, or a little bit smaller, or a little bit bigger than the Chickadee. But look at the handle space that you have. Almost a third more. Now, Baltic Blades did a great job here too. I need to get it back to the actual Tang where they're kind of matching. I had the knot. So you've got about the same grip here on the Angus, but this is the thicker package, right? So for EDC, you may want, something different. So anyway, that's why I show you those different sizes. Now we'll get out and do a tail of the tape and a tail of the weight, and we'll be done, guys. Let me find the Javon promotional tape measure that I had to replace on Amazon because the first one broke. So it's going to come in right over 5 inches. 5 1/8 is what I'm going to call that. And then our blade is going to be 2 1/8 with an 1 3/4 cutting area. Our handle from this little area here is right at 3 inches. So this dimension to right here inside is 3 inches. And then as you go further, you've got 3 1/2 to the back there. You've got a little lanyard tube here, which is, I've heard a lot of people say if you have a bigger grip that a lanyard with a couple of knots on it gives you even, more grip. Let's see if I can get my calipers to zero out. And we're on inches. So our spine is 0.1265. Our handle, which is very comfortable in hand, is right under 1/2 inch, 0.498, right around 1/2 inch. And our behind the edge, and you guys know that I'm not great at getting behind the edge, 0.0110, 0.0080, 0.0120 at the tip. So yeah, guys, just a really slicey little package. It was an impulse buy that I saw, and like I told you guys on the unboxing, I can read dimensions, but I'm not spatial. I mean, I guess I'm more spatial. I have to actually see it to know what I'm looking at. So I was very surprised when this came in, pleasantly so, because I like little knives, I cannot lie, right? So this guy comes in at 1.6 ounces. Yeah, 1.6. And then the carry weight is only 2.5 ounces. So guys, that is the Bark River Micro Arcadian. I'm a big fan. I love the little knife. Didn't expect to, but it's probably my favorite EDC carry. And after I finish this, or EDC fixed blade carry, and as I push stop on this video camera, it's going right back on my belt. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you've made it this long, you're a champ. I do appreciate you. I'd always ask and plead that you look out for the guy or gal to your left, look out for the guy or gal to your right, look out for each other, go forward with love in your heart, choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.